The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another special broadcast of the Game of the Week, brought to you by Manatee Schools Television. I am, as you know, the People's Champ, Frederick Stewart, on the play-by-play. But today I have a special guest with me on my right side, Mr. Mason Smithers. How are you doing today, Mason?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back on the broadcast. I miss being out here every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes, sir. And as the temperature cools down, the court heats up as we're going into the Manatee Hurricanes versus the Bayshore Bruins. Bayshore playing at home, a fairly young and new team, and they're looking to make their mark here after going last year without a team, with a new team now. And so we're coming up here on the opening tip-off. And a scuffle on the ground, but Manatee comes out on top with the free look at the basket, and it goes. Number 3, Kayla Simmons, striking first blood here, putting some points on the board. Bayshore back the other way. Manatee sending the trap, full pressing on the back court. And the ref's going to call a foul.
Just a lot of pressure there in the back. It definitely a struggle to get that ball out past half court.
I believe that foul was called on number 3, Kayla Simon.
Just got a little too aggressive on the reach there, I think.
That's be the first foul for her, first team foul. Back up the court with Jordan Waters. And she runs into the trap. Ball was last touched by number 2, Ariana Kirksey. And Manatee's going to go the other way. Simon bringing it down the court to the top of the key, being guarded by Waters. Over the head, swings it to the open man, shoots. An air ball that's recovered by Bayshore. Well, Manatee's fighting to get it back on the outside. They pull it under Lou. And Lou, number 4, Lou, please forgive me if I butcher this, Yao Tong.
I would say that's a pretty good attempt at that pronunciation.
Yao Tong, like she had her hands on the ball, going to force the coach to call a timeout.
I would say that that full court press is definitely working for Manatee.
Definitely so. This is something we saw at your alma mater, Braden River. A lot of teams coming out very aggressive, trying to widen the lead very fast, very quick, but a lot of pressure. When you have a team like Bayshore, they only have about 9 girls on the roster, and I believe 8 of them are playing. You want to get them tired.
For sure, yeah. Once you've lost that that adrenaline off the tip-off, it can be really hard with that little subs. So keeping that full court press on, especially right after tip-off, they really, Bayshore hasn't gotten it across half court yet, so seems to be working for the Manatee girls here.
Ball inbounded, Waters going all the way, slips out of her hands, so the Manatees will gain possession. Ball being inbounded by Delana Smalls.
Bayshore trying a little bit of a press here.
Trying to set the trap, doesn't go. Free look at the basket, dumps it off in the dunker spot. 1-2, looks like magic. And Kareem, the ball being assisted by Kirksey and given up to
Wilson on the layup there.
Number 21, Justine Wilson, putting it in the air.
Pass intercepted there.
And there's going to be a foul down the court there. We'll see who this is called on. Number 3, Jordan Waters, picks up her first foul of the night. And the first team foul for Bayshore. Ball being inbounded, gets under a free look at the
left it
layup
open
again.
There. When Manatee did that little set piece and moved everybody outside, just left one of the Manatee girls just wide open down under the basket. Yeah, definitely a miscue there.
When they broke apart right there, all 3 of the girls went to the corner and left 2 girls wide open under the basket for free points. And Manatee back with the ball again. quickly. Swings to the wing, back to the top with Searles.
Good ball movement.
Great ball movement. They're looking. Tried to pass in the elbow, gets deflected, but they're going to go inside. Misses the lay, rebounded by Bayshore back the other way in transition. Jordan Waters all the way down. Ball
Didn't
gets
see her behind him.
from the Manatees. Airballed the layup, but it was rebounded by Manatee. Again, the Hurricanes fighting for the ball called jump ball.
On that fast break going back the other way, number 3 on Bayshore, Waters, had the ball there, just didn't realize there was a defender behind her, let that ball up too high and got it stripped out, and then another fast break back the other way. Now Waters with the ball again.
Waters unable to break the full press. It's going to be easy layup drill for Manatee. Smalls, assisted by Kersey.
Tried that deep pass. Waters was just trying to break out of this by kind of going around everybody and didn't really work out.
Ball up in the air. A little confusion on Bayshore. They pick the ball up. Getting trapped in the corner. Double dribble called on Bayshore by Lania Washington. She had the ball there and they sent the trap and calls her to pick up her dribble and put it back down. And that's the way it goes back the other way for the Hurricanes. Drops it off at the free throw. Oh. Had a little up-down look on that pump fake. But they get it to go. Bruins the other way. This press from Manatee merciless as they smoke the layup at the rim wide open. And that's how it happens. Bayshore
trying to do it all herself around the outside there.
Fighting Manatee the other way. Kersey coming up to the top of the key on the wing. Swings it over to Simon. Simon in the dunker spot to Wilson. Wilson, great ball movement by the team. Simon going to get the rebound and she's going to put it up herself.
Yeah, Simon just had a lot of patience there, waited right under the basket, and had a really good opportunity and was able to capitalize on it.
Definitely so. A full timeout called on the court. And so far, we've seen the aggressiveness of the Hurricanes coming through like a hurricane and really wrecking this offense that the Bayshore is trying to put together. They haven't even allowed them to cross half court without being touched and being hassled. Bayshore
just doesn't really have an answer to this full court press yet. And, I mean, with time, you can probably draw up a play to get them out and around, get the ball in the other half. But if you can't handle the 2 defenders on your own side of the court, it's definitely going to be tough once you get to the other side where you have that full team of defenders in your face. Definitely going to be an uphill battle for Bayshore to fight offensively.
Right. This is something we saw.
But with some defensive tweaks, I mean, they haven't been too bad as long as they can. They have been missing a couple assignments and they've left some girls wide open under the basket. But as long as they clean that up defensively, they look all right. So as long as they can fight that battle of the offensive game, I think they still have a shot early in the game.
You're 100% right on that. We saw this last week with Braden and River setting the pace and really pressing these girls. The easiest way to break a full court press and trap is 3 players down the center and you play patty cake with the ball.
For sure.
And also sending 2 gunners down the sides.
If you just give them some options to either pass it or take it up, they just can't really defend everybody. So you just got to have.
Another ball intercepted and a foul called on number 3, Jordan Waters. That'll be your second of the night. Second team foul for the Bruins. And shooting at the line, number 2, Ariana Kirksey. And again, you cannot dribble your way out of a press or trap situation. You have to pass the ball. And you have to have people making themselves available and making themselves open.
You're definitely not cross-court passes, though. That's a recipe for disaster. They're just waiting for those. That's kind of the point of that full-court press. So some little passes, just either have an option to dump it off or dribble it right up the court. And one guy can't defend, too, you know what I mean? So
off-ball screens are your friend.
Wide open on the court.
See an outlet pass all the way. Layup does not go. Manatee back the other way, the Hurricanes. Wilson all the way in front, no one there. And a little touch off the glass. And there it is. Bayshore inbounding. Waters down the court. Stop. Someone has to make themselves open. And the ball is intercepted again. Back down the court. A missed layup. Turns into a Manatee rebound. Curtsy at top of the key. Swings it over. They drive. Floater. And it goes.
It's just a lot of panic over on that other side by Bayshore. Not a lot of thought put into the passes so far, and just laying in wait, or the Hurricanes waiting for that pass.
Number 4, Tamia Searles, getting that bucket. And, you know, that's what the press does. It makes players have to make quick decisions, and we know this is a younger team, so it can be hard at times to guard these things. Manatee in their inbound set as they break away. Gets the inbound that they want, just how they drew it up.
Better job at holding on to those Manatee Hurricanes. Bayshore didn't leave anybody open, just a nice pass and a nice finish.
And as you can see here, the Bayshore finally get that 3-on-1 situation that they want. And the ball goes out of bounds. Again, you see when you break the press, the best part about it is you usually have a mismatch on the other end. Defenders just have to come to the ball and set some off-ball screens to get open.
Yep, and it just so happened that that offensive player was on the other side of the court, so a long pass to be made there and just couldn't make it happen.
Manatee, dribble driving, kicking out, top of the key, to the wing. Being guarded heavily. Swings to the elbow, back on the inside, tries to go straight into it. Not gonna be called a foul, the crowd not happy about it. Behind the back, they float it over to the middle field. Waters has the ball, tries to drive, gets the call, and that's gonna be on number 1, Smalls. And that'll be her first foul tonight, second team foul for the Hurricanes. Ball being inbounded by Mota, Melanie Mota. She's gonna swing it over to Waters. Waters dribbling, being guarded. Tries to drive in through 2 defenders, gets the blocking foul. Another foul called on Smalls.
Yeah, just a little misstep there. I think just kind of surprised about that, trying to dribble in and then just one step back, and that makes it a blocking foul.
Right. Manatee back the other way. 3-on-1. They're going to pass. And they get the lay, but not the and one. And foul on the way in, going to be called on number 2, Madeline Morales, her first foul, third team foul.
Just came in a little hot behind the back there and couldn't really stop. Was trying to make a block around her shoulder and right into her. So easy call to make there.
Easy call. Smalls putting up her first shot, does not go. Looking to make it up on the next one. And it looks like we have at the scores table ready to come in. Number 13, Alexandra Williams. Ball in the air, Smalls makes up for the first miss. And goes 1 for 2 at the line. Mota inbounding the ball for Bayshore. They throw it in. Waters trapped, gets stripped. Ball stolen by Manatee. Back at the top of the key. Drops it off into the dunker spot, straight to Wilson, who's been on fire from under the basket. As you see, great vision, spots Wilson. No one around her. Easy layup. Waters being guarded heavily. Tries to break the press, dribbles through, gets the matchup, goes all the way, lays it up.
Gets the foul.
And gets the call.
And that's a better outcome than they've had all night. So trying to draw that foul on the way in is the most effective strategy so far Bayshore has found.
Right.
Outlet pass there. There was a couple wide open Bayshore girls over on the left side. Might have been able to have a wide open shot at the basket. Layups definitely the main mode of scoring so far tonight.
And with that, Waters puts the first points on the board for the Bruins. And you see that great form. Eyes it up, square to the basket. That's why it falls. Looks again, shoots, bounces off the rim. Going to be a blocking foul. Called on number 13, Alexandra Williams. She fell in the smalls, so you're going to give her another shot here.
Yeah, you can't go in too early. You can't go in. You wait till the ball hit.
Yep, saying she broke the plane before the ball hit the rim.
Little false start there.
Which you cannot do. That gives the shooter another chance. And she capitalizes. Going 2 for 2 at the line. Back the other way for the Hurricanes. Bringing down the court, Simon at the top of the key, being guarded by Waters. Puts it to the free throw, wide open. Cannot convert. Ball rebounded by multiple, ripped out of the arms. Oh my goodness, grown man ball right there.
Yeah, just that zone defense, and nobody seemed to be covering the middle. And just an easy lane. Manatee now backing off the full court press. I guess after the first points, they decided they'd back off. So now Bayshore with a little more opportunity on the offensive side. Nice inbound pass corralled by Manatee. Ball just kind of lollygagging in the middle of the court. Picked up by Manatee again after a little bit of a scramble. And then a nice pass in for a layup.
Wilson again at the basket. You see a whole little scuffle for the ball there. They tried to get a little fancy with the back pass. Lost it, but gained it back and dropped it off to Wilson, and she took it home. Waters at the half court. Manatee backing off the press, so they're able to get in the offense. Gets a screen, uses it, keeps going, loses the ball. Getting trapped, ball gets snatched. You know where this is going, to Wilson. She's gonna go up, oh! She gets fouled by Waters, which was a good foul, no easy layups. And she also blocked a shot as well.
Got to make them work for it.
Got to make them work.
If I was Manatee, I'd stick to that full court press. I really would. It seemed to be working wonders for him.
Wilson in the air. Makes the first. The full court press is great. And I mean, they have another 4 players on the bench over there, or 5 players on the bench. So
it's a great way to get tired.
Yes. But when you have another fresh set of girls, you continue to rotate in and out.
Yeah, when you're on the advantage there with subs, it's probably a good way to play.
2 for 2 for Wilson.
You tire out Bayshore, and there's really nothing they can do about it.
As they bring it in, Waters being guarded by Simon. Simon stepping up, getting in there, looking to get the cookies. Waters goes all the way, floats it over on the inside. Ball's on the ground, going to be called a jump ball. Jump ball called in favor of the Bruins. Nope, excuse me, Manatee.
And that'll bring on number 22, Bauer. Julia Bauer there for Manatee.
Making her first appearance in the game.
Little miscue there with the dribble. Bauer wide open there, but couldn't corral the pass. And then right back into the hands of Manatee. And you know who it is. Under the basket, Wilson.
Back the other way for Bayshore. Again, another easy bucket for Wilson. She's always seems to find herself wide open at the basket. And she's good at converting layups. Bayshore, double dribble.
No, Bayshore with a little more time to figure out their offensive side of the game here, as they've finally been able to kind of sit in the offensive zone and try to penetrate this Manatee defense, which has been stifling so far tonight. Buzzer beater won't go.
And so we end the first quarter. Score check. Hurricanes 29, Bayshore Bruins 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back as we go to this commercial break.
All right, have fun, girl. I know.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game of the Week presentation. Bayshore hosting the Manatee Hurricanes. We'd like to shout out Michaela Dorflinger and the Good News Channel for putting out new weekly content, including highlights from the Game of the Week. Love them, and they make amazing, great commercial breaks for us. And there's always something good going on in Manatee County, and we want to highlight all those things. Waters trying to get a dribble drive on, does not go. Ball goes out of bounds. Justine Wilson inbounds it to Simon. Simon bringing it up the court. Guarded by Waters. Little back action. Little crossing over. Gives it to Julia. Julia to the middle. Up and over. Rebounded by the Bruins, but snatched away by the Hurricanes. Kind of gets pushed by our own teammate. And it's a scramble. They get on the ground for it. They dribble it out. Wilson fighting for it. Both teams fighting for it. And another jump ball. And this one, I believe, should be in favor of Manatee. All right.
That was an interesting sequence, for sure.
Very interesting. You got a lot of people close, congested. They're all getting on the ground. They're all hustling.
Yep.
It's going to be a fight for the ball every time. Manatee back to the top of the key, rips it over. Simon dribbles, pops. Doesn't go. Wilson gets the read. Doesn't go either. And they're on the ground again. Another jump ball.
I didn't see the signal for jump ball, but it looks like they called it.
Yeah, jump ball.
Tried.
Back the other way, Waters coming up the half court. No press again from Manatee. Being guarded, Waters going to go in, hands it off to Lou. Lou hands it off to Hall. Hall back to Waters on the wing. Waters tries to go in, runs past two defenders, gets the call. I believe they're going to call this on number 22, Julia
Bauer. That was an interesting call. I didn't see a lot of non-ball contact there.
It was definitely interesting. But, you know, that's one of the beauties of trying to split two defenders. You're more likely to get that call from the backside ref. Because all they see is the hands.
One of the beauties of basketball is I never know what's a penalty and what's not. So I leave that up to the refs.
Waters misses the first. And she went 2 for 2 last time off of a mulligan because the defender stepped over the line. And she closes it out.
So Waters with the only 3 points so far for Bayshore. And Bayshore punching the ball out on the Manatee half of the court. So onwards and upwards goes Bayshore.
There you go. Look up.
Hurricanes back the other way. Outlet pass. Patrick Mahomesy.
And Bauer finishes after the long pass.
Look at that amazing replay of Julia keeping her head up like Travis Kelce after getting the ball delivered.
Waters with an excellent little floater layup from about 30 feet too far out, but almost made it.
Fighting on the ground again.
You know, I typically don't see layups where you're outside of the paint. That's an interesting move, but I like it.
Waters back the other way. Coming up half court.
Anything to score some points here.
Lou on the wing, tries to drop it off, intercepted by Manatee. And back, touched last by the Bruins, so the Hurricanes.
She tried to sell it. She did. She threw the hands up. She tried to sell it. Couldn't get the call.
She tried to. It happens.
We've all been there.
Hurricanes. Back up, Simon, bringing it up, guarded by Waters. Swings it over to the wing, to Williams. Williams gives it to Chafe. Back the other way, Simon. To Williams. Williams drives in, drops it in the dunker spot. Great 1-2-3 basketball. Easy as ABC. Drives in, loses control, gains control, drops it off to the open man. Number 23, Sandra Olela, getting her first buckets. Bayshore back the other way. Waters trying to make something fancy happen. Dribble drives, picks it up, kicks it out to Lou. She's on the three. Doesn't want it. Gives it to the open baseline shot. Ball goes over the rim. Back Hurricanes way. Ball thrown a little bit high. They're still going to finish it. The outlet pass to Simon is good. We have a great replay here. You see Simon catch up with the ball and still able to finesse it into the basket.
Making it look easy out there.
Making it look easy. They doing it on purpose.
No, that was definitely a pretty hard shot. Slowing down that much to, wow.
My goodness, the flip behind the back to Olayla, who goes, trying to put a little Magic Johnson on it. Ball gets tapped away, but recovered by the Hurricanes.
That
Simon
was probably.
to the wing, mid-range, no good.
Gets her own
Almost
rebound.
Gets her own rebound. Back the other way for the Bruins. And that ball, last touch by Manatee, they're going to pick it up. And Lou, number 4, for Bayshore was out of bounds. She picked it up, so Manatee's going to get that.
And if we can get that replay of that behind the back pass, that was incredible.
An elite behind the back pass from, I believe, Simon, Kayla Simon, with the know-it-all. Understanding Williams brings it up the court this time. Over to, first time seeing her, Lawson. And the ball is jump ball.
Manatee just really aggressive for those rebounds. As soon as that ball's up, they're not looking for where it's going through the basket. They're looking for where it might be going outside of it. So excellent work down in front. And another set piece by Manatee that just leaves somebody open. Bayshore can't keep up with all of the Manatee players splitting like that. You'll see it right there. Comes right up the paint and easy finish.
Waters back the other way. Pulls it from way back. Off the backboard. Manatee coming in. And I feel like we haven't really seen too many other players other than Waters take a, and that was a hard foul from number 2, Madeline Morales. We haven't seen too many other players on Bayshore except for Waters take the shots, which has been a testament to this Manatee defense, as they have not been allowing Bayshore to get into any offensive flow.
Yeah, Waters just really can't find an outlet. Trying the sky hook. Can't make it happen there. Yeah, but Waters coming up as point guard just can't really find a way to get out. She'll dribble in and either draw a foul or really just can't go anywhere. Either not enough movement by Bayshore or just a stifling Manatee defense, whichever you choose to think is the cause, but not a lot of opportunity for Waters.
Well, great hustle from Waters, trying to find something. Driving in and out. Lou from 3. Ooh. And they're fighting over it. It's a foot race. Back the other way, kicked off the feet of Bayshore. Lou coming up the court on the wing. Gives it to Waters. Waters. Look to pass, does not, and is thrown out of bounds. So the ball will be turned over into Hurricane possession. 37-3 is the score at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds counting down in the second quarter. Up the court, Williams. Guarded by Waters, spins out, pulls the J while moving. Ooh, it is good.
Excellent form there.
As you see, she comes down the lane. Defender draped on her back. Drops it in, nothing but net cash money. Waters, dribble drive in. Throws it up, gets the foul.
That's definitely been the best way for Bayshore to react on offense, where they can't really get much going. Just have Waters try and drive it up the middle, and if she gets a layup, great, but if she doesn't, she's drawing that foul pretty much every time.
And we like to give a shout out because, you know, MSTV is all about the kids. We like to give a shout out to our main camera, Mr. Justin White Jr. in the 11th grade. And a fun fact about Justin, he actually beatboxes. That's very interesting. I never met a real beatboxer in my life. I feel like it's almost like meeting Santa. But thank you, Justin, for helping us, man. And we appreciate all of our student workers that help us, well, student volunteers that help us and bring you this amazing broadcast. Foul called on the other end on number 11. Lanaya Washington. Be her first foul tonight. And shooting at the line, number 23, Sandra Olela. We saw her put some buckets up in the paint a few minutes ago, and now she's going to put some buckets from the free throw. Misses the first one. And a sub for the Bruins, bringing back Jamie Hall, number 1. Tries to make up for this one on the next one. Olela, dribble, shoots.
Stepped early there. I think it was Waters.
Step early. No, it was someone on the Hurricanes.
Oh, it was the Hurricanes. Oh, Waters came up sighing, looking like she had committed a crime over there, but
she's back down the court here. Bayshore swings it to the wing, picks it up, back to Waters at the top of the key. Waters, the other way to the other wing, pulls it from the 3, goes over. Hurricanes coming down fast, tries to drop it over, gets wiped out, and 2 teammates fighting over the ball, I believe. Williams.
I was waiting for the jump ball call until I saw 2 white jerseys.
I was confused as well. Olela, back to Williams, behind the line. She pulls, air ball, great pass to Julia. She misses as well. Olela finds a way and gets it done. Tips it off the top of the front of the rim and finishes. As you see, surrounded, defense draped on her. Still is able to find a way to finish.
Manatee
Waters swings it
persevering
over
there.
to Hall. Hall back to Waters, being guarded closely. Hurricanes looking to get in the cookie jar there. They step back off Hall. Outside ball movement. They're looking for the screen or the cut. They throw it on the inside. One of the best looks of the night. Lanaya Washington adding to this points total, being assisted by number 2, Madison Morales. Down the other way, Manatee pulls a long bomb, misses, gets a foul call. It's going to be going Bayshore way. Foul called on number 5, Charlie Carter. And the Zebra passes the ball, gets inbounded. Waters coming back down the court. Looking, drives, splits 2 defenders, hands draped all over her, so obviously she's gonna get the call and sent to the line. As you see, she saw him open, caught him flat-footed, split them both. They put their hands in the middle and tried to pull their hands out when they got caught.
They were definitely looking for that pass to the outside. Bayshore has been pretty high up off of there, trying to make passes, trying to get some movement, but Waters elects to just go right at the middle. They weren't ready for it and commit the foul.
And Waters makes the best of it, sinking 1. And she looks to double up, sinking 2. Waters shooting, getting involved defensively, aggressive. White ball, Waters turning it up, forcing the Hurricanes Williams to step out of bounds. Waters, I believe, 5 for 6 from the free throw.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Really helping this point total here. Or 5 for 4. Sorry, 4 for 5, excuse me. Or 4 for 4, if you've ever been to Wendy's.
I just got a $5 meal deal at McDonald's on the way here.
Back the other way for the Hurricanes, down the court in transition, loses control. Ooh. Girl falls, pulls the J. And Carter gets fouled out there on the wing.
Somebody went flying down there on the other side of the court. I think it was Hall or Morales.
I believe so. I think that fast stop that Carter made
sent her flying.
Kind of gave her that Utah last shot Jordan vibe. Threw her off her, and as soon as she realized, she pulled the J. Carter making her first appearance at the free throw. Misses the first, has a springy little jumper.
Yeah,
at that
high
free
arcing
throw.
shot there.
Let's see. Dribble, 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 dribble. Swing.
Oh, can't make it.
This is
And Manatee now again on that full court press.
Waters really breaking through that double team there. Ball rebounded by Lou. Lou swings over to Mota. Hall goes between the legs of Waters, who looks in disbelief. And it's going to go back the other way. 41-7 as the clock ticks down 20 and counting. Bayshore gets a steal off the legs. Two defenders, Waters in the lane. It gets laid up. And the layup is missed by number 2, Morales.
Just a little stagnant. Still could dribble there and chose not to. Was looking for the pass, and then as the double team descended upon her, just didn't really make a decision. Indecisive, and that is never a good thing. Oh, travel there.
Must have moved the back foot.
I heard a little bit of a squeak. Might have been a little, little jab step.
Little jab step. As you see the Hurricanes really looking like the 2016 Warriors. Great passing. You see the outlet pass to Olele, and right to Julia under the basket. Easy points. Ladies and gentlemen, that bell signifies the end of the first half. 43 Hurricanes, 7 Bayshore Bruins. We'll be right back after this amazing Good News Media segment.
We're here today because Manatee County Food Bank needs help unloading and organizing the food that comes in through the Stuff the Bus program. Based on talking to the people here at the food bank, it's feeding roughly 100,000 meals. So we're bringing in about 125,000 pounds of food through this event.
All of the stores in Manatee County, the public stores, have a school bus in front of them. And today is the day that we ask people to stuff our buses. I was out at most of the stores today, and I cannot tell you the abundance of generosity that we have here in Manatee County.
With coming here, it helps me as the coach, and it helps them as the players develop and learn their leadership ability, their servant ability, because when you're a person that's in the spotlight like these guys that are going to be playing in front of thousands and thousands of people, the biggest key to that is to be a humble servant through that. And this is one of the ways and abilities we can help develop that in them as 8th graders, 9th graders, and 10th graders.
Today's event is so critical to make sure that we have the food to feed people. Food is the basic necessity. And so today's event and all the donations will go very far to help. My philosophy is you can never teach your children faster or at an early age about what it means to give back. It's very important they understand that there is a need out here and there are people who are food insecure. Their participation today and seeing how this whole stuffing the bus and putting it on the shelves, I think it will impact them and hopefully they'll remember when they want to, get some volunteer hours, come back here. Very important to teach our children at an early age how important it is to give back.
We're here to send off Anna Maria back to the elementary school on the island now that it's ready for those students again.
The entire staff of Anna Maria and the entire staff of Stewart are rock stars. When the storm came, the plan all along was to go to Stewart. But what we didn't anticipate is just what an amazing welcome welcome they gave us. Literally, when we got there, we had nothing. And so the teachers and the staff and the cafeteria and the custodians, everyone just shared everything that they had with our staff. They just made us a part of their community.
It's a little bit bittersweet. I think we're all ready to get back to normal, and they're ready to get back to their school. But at the same time, we've made a lot of friendships. We've learned a lot from each other, and kind of come together in a way as almost one school. And we were joking way back a month ago that it was going to be Stuart Maria Elementary. Took a little bit of their name, a little bit of ours, and kind of brought them together.
It's so monumental to me that a school was able to take an entire school and just lift them up and just make them a part of their own school community. And so I'm so incredibly grateful to Stewart Elementary School. We just became a real family. Today is a huge day because after 42 days of being away, we are finally back home on our Anna Maria Elementary School campus. And we're so excited to welcome our students back.
We are just pumped that we are here, and the students feel that we've made it through this tough time of the hurricanes and transitioning. Even though it was seamless at Stewart, we're excited to be back at Anna Maria.
I am so excited and thrilled to be back here. The kids were so happy to have breakfast this morning. They were ecstatic, dancing and jumping down the hallway and acting like kids should act. And that was the main focus of everything this month.
What we've been saying is that this is our third and final first day of school. So I woke up again this morning feeling like the first day of school jitters. I talked to a lot of parents this morning, and they were saying the kids couldn't sleep last night. They were so excited. So I think they're just so happy and excited to be here, and we just can't wait to get back to normal.
Kids were rolling in, excited. We were chanting, showing them how excited we were to be at Anna Maria, and you could see the smile on their faces. A lot of them, live out here on the island too, and this is their home, so they're excited to be back.
Our entire theme for our whole school year was Dolphins Make a Difference. And then when all of this happened, all of these other people made a tremendous difference in our lives through all of the things that they did. So I'm so grateful to so many people, and I'm so happy just that I'm a part of our Manatee County School District.
Welcome to Soaring 4. We are at the Bishop Museum of Science and Nature. Once a month, Soaring 4 takes over the museum, and families with early learners are invited to come in, tour the museum, and then Soaring 4 works its magic.
It's a monthly program that we put on for children throughout the community. Everyone is invited. Our focus is 4-year-olds, but our program appeals to everyone from infants up through 5th grade. The museum is full of resources to share with parents that they can use to help their children learn how to read.
It's wonderful. Tonight it's free for all of our families, and we want everyone to be invited. So through play, exploration, and fun, families are learning skills to support their children at home.
It's important because a lot of families don't have the opportunity to pay to come to the museum, and they are not able to
get literature to help their children.
There were a lot of different opportunities for learning today. It was a great time. There was one lady in particular, she was showing us how to use the number line with a horse on it. She was very engaging, so it was a really exciting moment for him to connect with another person over counting.
I like the clay one and the one my mom did. You got to stamp and pieces of wood and turn them into a necklace.
So y'all are going to use the stamps to tell a story. So you can pick out any stamp that you want and stamp it on your tree cookie.
We're giving out school supplies tonight. We don't ever want a child to be late for school or to miss school because they don't have school supplies. We are also giving out books. Children will leave tonight with at least 2 new books for their home library.
We have so many books in our household because of this event. Our house is full of a variety of books and activities that we get from this event.
Put it on. You got it on?
As children grow up, they learn to read up through 3rd grade, and then after, they read to learn. And unfortunately, there's just too many children that aren't reading at grade level by the end of 3rd grade. If children can't read as expected, they're not going to learn as well, they're not going to enjoy school as well. And so we're trying to be a part of the community to ensure that everybody's going to have a chance to go where they can aspire to go with their lives.
We've been coming here for about 4 years, and she's at the gifted program at her school, and partly it's because she just loves to learn.
So I always say that the Soaring 4 program is a big hug for our teachers because our community wants to make sure that every child is as prepared as possible to be successful in kindergarten. So we have a great community that wants to invest in early learning in Manatee County.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation, brought to you by Manatee Schools Television. Bayshore Bruins hosting the Hurricanes in their building, and right now the Hurricanes are on a tear, 43-7. As we get right back into the action here, I'm Frederick Stewart with my co-host
Mason Smithers. Sorry, I was watching the game. Anyway, Manatee has done an excellent job on offense, capitalizing on pretty much every scenario there, again, drawing the foul. And Bayshore just had pretty terrible luck trying to come up the court. Couldn't really beat that full court press to start, and just hasn't really been able to find an answer to that ever since. So Manatee doing everything on offense right. Bayshore just not able to capitalize on most of their opportunities, and that is what has led to this big score deficit. Now, one of the bigger players of the night up under the basket, and with another one there, and that's Wilson, who has just been a giant contributor on Manatee's offense.
Exactly right. Great recap as we have Bayshore going back to their hero, Waters. At top of key, ball gets deflected down the other way. Simon, who's been a big contributor, gets blocked by Waters, who's talking. A big-time block right there as Waters has been lining up. Look at the replay. Lines it up. Andre, Iguodala, and Braun. Big-time block there.
Not something we expected to see, how this game has gone. Waters just doing it all for Bayshore. I think she has probably, what, 5 out of the 7 points so far?
Yes, you're correct. Very competitive. Backcourt violation by number 4, Lou Xiaotong. Back the Hurricanes' way, ball being inbounded by Alexander Williams. To Simon. Simon being guarded by Hall. All the way at the half court. Hall steps up, tries to put a little pressure on her. Ball swung over to Williams. Williams goes to the middle. A lot of backcourt movement from the Hurricanes as that ball gets swung to the free throw. Both, oh my goodness, a swarm of Bruins. As Waters gets it the other way, lays it in off the steal.
And the Bruins just smelled blood there. on that takeaway. They all collapsed in and nowhere to go. And Waters with an excellent layup towards the end of that.
Kick ball called in favor of the Hurricanes. But, yeah, the Bruins turning up their defensive effort right there, swarming, kind of dishing back what they've been getting, that trap.
For sure.
And able to actually convert on the layup. 30-second timeout called as there was confusion about who had the ball. The Hurricanes not picking it up. And real quick during the break, you know, we like to thank the students who helped bring you this broadcast. We like to thank our main man on the court side, Cam, Mr. Renaissance Metiers. And he says this himself. He is the best football player at Bayshore. Do with that information as you will. But he says it, so we're going to let that go.
We will not be the fact checkers. We will let the people be the fact checkers.
We will let the people speak on that one.
Check him out.
The streets is talking, you know.
Check him out next time you watch a Bayshore football game.
There he is. We like to thank him for sure. The Hurricanes finding their positions on the inbound. Ball being checked in by Julia Bauer.
And then a breakaway over on the left side. Just misses Waters. But definitely the best outcome by far on that set piece there in front of the net. Usually one of those Manatee girls gets out and under the basket unguarded. But everyone seemed to be able to keep up with their blocking assignments, and nobody got by.
Right as Simon gets the ball and is going to get an easy blocking call on Jamie Hall right there, her first foul of the night.
She was going right, and Hall was going left.
Standing away, put that hip right in front of the defender.
Yep.
Easy call for the backside ref. Ball given to Simon, guarded by Hall again at top of the key, swings it over to Williams, who lets it fly.
Wow.
Bang, bang. And it's raining down. Assisted. Steps right into it, pulls it. No doubt about that one. Splash. Waters. Bringing a little bit of Euro ball to the game. Jumps through that lane. Traveling violation called on Justine Wilson. And ball's gonna be inbounded by Waters. Waters dumps it off to Mota. And that ball is thrown from Mota out of bounds. The Hurricanes back the other way. Simon catches the inbound, goes in, swings it over to Lawson. Lawson fumbles it, gives it to the Bruins. They're in the breakaway. Waters says, I'm going to do it myself off the glass. Back the other way down the court. They have numbers in front. Passes a little late.
Everybody goes by there on the pump fake. And Wilson can't make the finish.
You saw in transition right there. The ball's passed just a touch too late.
I think
she pump faked.
And everybody went right by.
And everybody went right by, just couldn't convert. Nor could Wilson off the rebound.
I think Waters could do with a little outlet pass there on that break. She had everybody following her to the rim and just didn't really have the vision to look outside. And there was at least one girl open down on the right side there to lay that off to. So if Water can keep her head on a swivel, she might be able to find a Bayshore player ready and waiting for a three. Now Bauer off the glass.
Great ball movement from the Hurricanes there. As you see, the nice dribble in by Wilson and dropping it off to Julia Bauer.
Yeah, Bauer didn't
Textbook basketball.
Bauer didn't even have to move. She knew where she was coming from and where she was going.
Cookies on the court as the Hurricanes get the easy steal to 2-on-1.
And an easy corral by Simmons. Just the pass there takes an extra second to make sure that ball is nice and tight and puts it in. Easy bucket for Simmons.
Waters back the other way. Gets the call. Ball was blocked by Wilson on the way in.
Excuse me, Simon, not Simon.
And Simon.
I thought it was Simmons, Simon.
Listen, in this business here, you're going to have so many names wrong. So many parents are going to be calling you after the game.
Oh, yeah.
Waters, again at the free throw line. I believe her 4th trip now. Last time she went 1 of 2. And as we heard the change drop, she goes 1 of 1 so far. Some subs in. And while we're here, we'd like to take this time to thank another one of our students in the 9th grade, Aaliyah Williams, who's on the highlight cam. First time with MSTV. We'd like to thank her for her contributions to this amazing game. Oh, a little bit of hacky sack there with the ball as Manatee comes up with it.
Oh,
outlet by Julia. Oh, does not get it to go. Gets the rebound. The Hurricanes stops and pops. Big arch on that one. And they're fighting for it down low. It gets popped up in the air again. Oh, another rebound. Multiple rebounds by the Hurricanes there. And Layla will be the last one to touch it and get fouled after trying to put it up twice.
There was a lot of stuff going on under the basket.
And shout out to Leah there. Her first time with MSTV. We'd like to thank her. And definitely was a lot going under the basket.
For sure. I mean, there was a lot of confusion. Just couldn't get the ball back out of there. And then, eventually Bayshore, as the defensive team, you're going to foul eventually.
Right. And running clock. So they're going to send all the other players to the bench. And Layla's still going to get her last shot here. And she shoots and misses. Score right now, 53 Hurricanes, 10 Bayshore Bruins. And it's no secret on why it is that press came out and annihilated the offensive ability of the Bruins. But they've been fighting back here. As you see, a lot more opportunities at the basket, a lot more transition buckets, and a lot more defensive presence from the Bruins.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the full court press with the lower amount of subs on Bayshore, there really wasn't anything that they could do once they got tired out. So that full court press by Manatee, definitely the best course of action they could have taken. Just make sure that Bayshore's always moving around, always running. And once they get tired, there's not enough subs to really to have a full rotation to get those girls back up and ready. So Manatee, after that, has just been on a tear, now 53-10. And Bayshore has found some success with Waters, but other than that, it's they haven't had a lot of success getting it outside, getting the ball moving around on the offensive side. It's just been really up to luck whether they can have numbers and make it to the basket.
Well said. As the crowd tries to get them going here. Waters looks to dribble drive, pulls it from 3.
Oh, almost has it there.
Off the tip of the rim, back the other way, the Hurricanes. Waters falling in transition. Coast to coast for Williams after getting the rebound and dropping it in. As you see a foot race, Waters spills out there. Waters back down the court here, looking for the screen. Drops it off, a little interrupted connection there as the Hurricanes were swarming around that one. Waters dribble drives on the inside, tries to throw up the floater, does not go.
Just excellent defense by Manatee.
The ref's calling it that it came off the hands of the Manatee defender, so great defense, got a hand on it, just went out of bounds. So Waters will be inbounding this for the Bruins.
Manatee's defense definitely is as good as they look.
Hall tries to throw up the jumper. Doesn't go.
While Bayshore is a new team, they have a couple girls over there that have been able to find a little bit of success. So I would like to put this on the fact that Manatee's defense is just pretty extraordinary. They've really been locked down, and they've also capitalized on pretty much every offensive opportunity as I jinxed it there and the ball goes out of bounds. But Manatee's offense has done exceptionally well, making sure that every opportunity goes their way, and then and their defense, I mean, just been locked down all night.
Excellent play from the Hurricanes. The Bruins looking to cook up something here as they slide to Lou. Lou, shake and bake and triple threat. Ball gets flung out. Hurricanes take possession down the other way. Waters with another block. Waters a little bit taller than the average girl, and as you see, she's stalking the ball down there and gets the tail end of it.
Now Bauer under the net, ready to dish this one out.
Waters making it hard for him. Ball gets dropped off of Bruins' ankle. So the Hurricanes will maintain possession. Ball gets dropped to the baseline, up and over off the side of the backboard. Everyone stopped, thought there was going to be a foul call. There was not. Ball shot from way back off the backboard, tip of the rim. Don't think they called backboard, and the ball comes straight to us here at the table.
Up close to the action is definitely easy to use there, as the ball came pretty close.
They heard about our amazing jumpers. They're looking to get us involved.
Oh, yeah. But now Bauer right in front of us dishes that one out. 3 won't go.
Lou with some great hustle, throws it back in. Looks like we're going to have another jump ball here. And we do. Running clock situation right now, 55-10. Hurricanes up. Bruins looking to do what they can to try to close this lead. And Hurricanes inbounding to Jula. Throws it to Olela, who tried to turn around and face up and drop it over. Hall almost lost the ball to Lou. Lou to the middle to Morales, who pulls it from way back off the top of the backboard.
Just didn't really settle into the offensive side of the court, and had the opportunity that Morales did, but she probably would have done with a little bit more thought there and hanging there with the ball, seeing what happened, and maybe being able to dish that out for a higher percentage shot.
Another great block here by Jordan Waters, touching it 2 times, blessing the ball. Look at the defense there.
She was off of it and was just hawking that one down from the back again.
Just an amazing display from her. Stop and pop in the air from the Canes.
There were 3 Bayshore defenders on that.
And the crowd's roaring right now with praises and chants for the Bruins to try to get them back into this game here.
Bauer under the net again.
Looking inbound, Bauer.
And the Bruins all over this now. And foul called on the Bruins there. Bauer again to put this one in bounds.
Passes it in to Williams. Williams swings it. Defense draped all on him. They're going to call another foul. Lawson tried to drive it in on the baseline. They really have Julia working.
I think
she's been from side to side inbounding.
I think Bowers has inbounded it like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, it's insane.
Now open around the left side.
Carter goes baseline, and another foul. I believe that's like the 5th or 6th team foul, 4th team foul, excuse me, for the Bruins as we're sending to the line. Sade Carter, her first time at the line. Carter looks to go 2 for 2 here. Pops off the backboard, nice and easy. Back the other way for the Bruins. Oh.
Just a little early there.
Running clock here, counting down from 1:22. Waters at the top of the key at half court. No one stepping up the guard. She drives in, uses the screen, drops it off to the corner to Hall. Jamie Hall being ferociously guarded. Waters is going to recover, breaks away, and is going to get the foul.
Every time Waters splits those defenders, she's gotten the call.
Right. It's a hard thing, especially in high school. They don't, instead of moving their body and stepping back, they move their hands, and that's going to be a call every time.
Yeah, if you can get in front of that charge there and set your feet, you'll be fine. But just a little shuffle there and reaching across, and that'll never work as a defender.
It'll be called every time. Out to Lou on the wing. Lou to Waters, goes to Hall instead. Being trapped in the corner. She gets collapsed on, jump ball, going to be called in favor of the Bruins.
She could still dribble there, and I think the Bruins have had a little bit of an issue getting paralyzed on the double team there. Not able to try and, come back out.
And with that final shot and final bell, ladies and gentlemen, this game comes to an end. An easy story to tell as the Hurricanes come in and do damage to the Bayshore Bruins, who have the heart of gold, the heart of bears, and the heart of lions as they try to defend off this assault here from the Hurricanes.
Yeah, definitely a good effort by both teams. I think Bayshore, even towards the end, was still fighting hard for the ball, still trying to make something happen. Manatee just proved to be the better team in this matchup, but Bayshore definitely looks strong, especially for a first-year team.
Definitely so. You got to commend the effort, especially on players like Jordan Waters, who really led this team in points and in defensive velocity, getting like 3 blocks this game. And, some great standouts like Williams and Simon.
Yep.
And Olayla.
They'll be exciting to watch for the rest of the season, for sure. I'd keep an eye out for them.
Definitely so. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you. I have been the play-by-play Frederick Stewart. This has been the amazing color commentator, Mr. Smithers. And until next time, everyone have a great night.
Good night, everybody.